South America is an enormous continent, stretching approximately 7,500 kilometers. The continent is home to some of the largest countries in the world and some of the most diverse landscapes on the planet. Many large cities are also dotted across this giant landmass, but only one of them can claim the title of being the world's southernmost city, and that honor falls to Ushuaia, which sits on the shores of the Beagle Channel on the island of Tierra del Fuego in Argentina. This was the culmination of our journey through South America and the final stop on our trip through Argentina, and we were excited to see what the end of the world had to offer.
Ushuaia is located on the southern coastline of the island of Tierra del Fuego. It has its own airport and you can fly directly there from Buenos Aires. But if, like us, you're traveling overland, the only way to access the island is via a ferry across the Strait of Magellan. The ferry takes you across the narrowest section of the strait in Chile and is definitely not the most scenic ferry ride we've ever been on. The crossing takes roughly 30 minutes and then you'll need to pass through border control a little later into the journey as you enter back into Argentina. When we eventually arrived in Ushuaia a few hours later, it really did feel like we were arriving into a city at the end of the world. On the shores of the Beagle Channel and framed by jagged, snow-capped mountains in front and behind, the scenery surrounding the city is breathtaking. The city rises upwards from the shores of the channel so that if you get high enough, you will get amazing views down over the area below. Ushuaia is a light industrial port city but a major tourist destination, both for being the southernmost city in the world and providing access to the nearby Tierra del Fuego National Park, and also for being one of the 5 internationally recognized gateway cities to Antarctica, as it sits only 1,100 kilometers away from the Antarctic Peninsula. We always saw many cruise ships docked at the port during our stay in the city, both the larger variety that you would normally associate with a cruise and the smaller expedition ships waiting to take intrepid tourists to the southernmost continent. Ushuaia itself is a nice city to walk around, and not just because of the amazing views you get as you walk along the waterfront. There are many cafes, restaurants, souvenir shops and tour companies lining the main street of the city, and street art covers many of the walls if you keep an eye out for it. But one of our favorite things to do was to walk down to the waterfront and stroll along the Malecon towards the Ushuaia sign. Along the way we passed the iconic St. Christopher boat, which has been beached on the rocks in the bay since 1957 and has survived the elements over the years to become synonymous with Ushuaia's coastline. A little further along the bay we came to the giant Ushuaia sign, where you can take some fun pictures and get great views back to the city and mountains beyond.